Hi, I'm Maggie. I'm a herbologist who lives in Edinburgh. I love natural and holistic beauty and wellness, working with herbs, and making my own wellness products, potions, and tea blends. You'll usually find me out foraging, teaching herbal workshops, crafting, and just generally being a homebody. I decided to document my learning journey, practicing self-care, and creating a community to share what inspires me. I hope you'll join me. Enjoy, stick around, and thanks for watching. So I thought I'd give you guys a little garden tour. I'm definitely a novice. This is my first time having my own garden, so I'm kind of learning as I go. But I'm really excited to start the growing season and get my hands in the soil and just see what I can work with. Over here, there's some wood avens. It's also known as clove root because the roots have a kind of clove-like flavor, so it's often used to make like wild chai or wild spice cakes. And then on the left, there's a peony, which is my favorite flower, so I was really excited that that was there. And then this amazing tree, which is either a cypress or a cedar. I don't actually know. I'm not very up to scratch on my tree idents. And then I have this little section over here. I'm trying to companion plant, so I'm trying to plant things that work well in the soil together. I have a little book that I got at a charity shop that's really helpful for that. So I've already planted some asparagus and some sage, and there's also some wild cress growing here, but that's really nice for salads or in omelets, that sort of thing. And my plan is to also put some onions and garlic in this area, although I think that that doesn't really work with the asparagus, but I still think this is the best area in the garden for it. And this is a tree I planted last year. It's either an apple or a pear. I kind of forgot because I bought both of them. And I put one towards the back and then one here, and I don't remember which is which. So that'll be a fun surprise later on. And then in this corner, you can see the new compost bin that I got. And this bush, I don't know what this bush is. There's quite a few things in this garden. I don't know what they are, actually. But the tree in the pot is a rowan tree. And then there's some more peonies and some other things. I don't know what they are. Then this is a hydrangea, which has really pretty, I think it was pink flowers. Last year it was fully in bloom, so that's going to be really nice again. And then this other big tree that came away from the wall in the storm, I'm going to have to fix that. and some beautiful little primroses growing. And then back here, there's the other apple/pear tree that we'll have to see when it starts fruiting. And then some grasses that I'm going to eventually dig out and plant something prettier and more useful. And then lots of blackberry canes are growing in the back. Those were taking over the garden, so I've done quite a lot of work on those already. And then there's a holly tree in the back, which I'll probably keep. And then this little guy in the front, that's a white currant. I think they were white. You can see the flowers when I zoom in closely here. But those are going to be super fun to eat. And then I've got a very overgrown lavender and a very tall rose that are kind of just doing their own thing at the moment. But I'd like to kind of do more with this back area. I bought a magnolia tree recently, so I'd like to put that back here as well. And then a little strawberry patch. I think they're wild strawberries because they're super tiny and super sweet. These will flower soon and then fruit probably around June. And then this big bush here is a beautiful jasmine. So last year it got some really wonderful smelling flowers. I'm really excited for this to bloom again. Hello, Winston. And this little area back here, I'd like to make mostly into herbs. So I've planted a bunch of flower seeds in this container here. So there's poppies and calendula and some other things I forget. And this amazing thing is a honeysuckle, which is really taking over, but that's the way I like it. And then I have some geraniums, some dandelions, a fuchsia, some more grass I'm going to take out. And I don't know what most of these are, but I love the way that they're growing out of the wall like that. I think that's super fun. So yeah, that's my little garden tour.